Procurement should not feel chaotic, but for most teams it does. Material requests get lost, vendor codes are scattered, purchase order lack clarity, and delivery tracking becomes a constant follow up game. Hi, I'm Radhika Rana. In this video, I'll walk you through how you can streamline your entire procurement process from material request to RFQ, purchase orders, and delivery tracking, all in one structured system. Everything starts with a material request. This is where your team can raise what exactly is needed for a project, whether it's quantity, specifications, or urgency. Let's start creating a material request. Go to procurement section. Now raise a material request. Give it a title. Select the required project. Select expected delivery date. If you have any attachment you can upload here, then AI will read the info and add items according to that. Now click on next. Add items one by one. That's how you can add item. But if you want to import the items from the quotation, you can do that. And if you have any attachment and if you want to upload, you need to click here and then you can upload attachment as well. Now mention the quantity and now click on raise request and submit. That's how you can raise material request. So in another video, we already discussed how we can raise material request. Now in this video, we will discuss about how we can send this quotation to multiple vendors so they can bid the prices. So let's get started. If you want to raise a RFQ, go to material request that is already raised. Now click on this three dot button and then select raise RFQ. Now select the vendor whom you want to send this quotation. Now after that select the expected delivery date. Now select the place of supply. Now enter the remark. Now click on raise RFQ. Now you can see that status for this material request has been updated here, and if you go to RFQ you can see that your request for quotation has been raised. Whenever you raise the RFQ, your vendor will get a notification on their WhatsApp as well as their own email address. Let me show you what kind of a notification our vendor will receive. So this kind of a notification your vendor will receive. They just need to click on this view RFQ and they will redirect to the login screen and they can log in and submit the form. Let me open this RFQ. Here you can see that already two vendors responded here. So let's suppose that if you want to send the same RFQ for revision, then you need to click on this three dot button and then you need to click on resend RFQ for revision. Add the remark here. And resend. Now your vendor, this particular vendor will again get the notification on their WhatsApp as well as their own email. They again need to log in and they can submit the form. Now, for this current RFQ, if you want to add more vendor, then you can add that as well. Just click here and select this option. Add new vendors, select any vendor and save it. So that's how you can add vendor if you want to add more. Again, this vendor will get the notification and then they can submit the form. Now let's suppose that if your vendor is not that tech friendly and he wants the link or something, you need to click here. You can copy this link and then you can share this link with the client. Let me show you. If vendor will open this link, vendor will redirect to the login screen. They just need to add their number. Now, vendor will get the OTP. Enter the OTP here. That's it. Now you need to mention the price range here. It is actually a version 2, so that's why I have to re-enter the values and then just submit. If vendor wants to attach any document, they can do that as well. Here you can see that two vendor already responded for your current RFQ. If you click here, you can see that you want to fill the form on behalf of him. So you can do that. You simply need to click on this three dot option. Now you need to click on fill for vendor. Now just add the unit rates here on behalf of that vendor and click on submit respond. Okay. So here you can see that system is showing that it is submitted by Aditi. Clear? Now, after getting the response from all the vendor, if you want to compare the prices, go here in item bidding comparison section. Here you can compare the prices for each item according to the vendors. So here you can see that the lowest price is for Radhe. Okay, so I'm going with this particular vendor for raising my PO. After comparing the prices, now you can raise purchase order from here only. Just simply click on request order, select the vendor. I'm selecting Radhe, select the version and click on next. Now select order type as purchase order and then click on next. Select payment plan. I am selecting residential and then select amends condition and click on next. That's it. Now here you can see that status for RFQ is updated, and if I'm going in order section, here my purchase order will reflect in draft section. So you can see that my purchase order has been raised. In the previous video, we discussed how to create a purchase order from an RFQ. In this video, we will cover how to create a purchase order independently. For example, if you have a vendor, a fixed vendor, and you want to create a purchase order directly, you can do that. But before creating a purchase order, we'll first look at how to configure the purchase order setting. So now go to the settings, scroll down and go to PO template. Sorry, PO template. Now click on this default PO template. Here you need to upload your company's logo, banner image and footer image. And even you can select that what details you want in your PDF. For example, if you do not want a project name, you can hide that and check the preview from here. And after checking the preview, you can save the changes. Now navigate back. Now go to payment plan and terms and condition. Here you need to add the payment plan for the purchase order. Click on create, add a name, add the milestones one by one and save this payment plan. So like this you can add your payment plan. Now after that go to terms and condition, click on plus create button, add the name here and copy paste the terms and condition here and save it. Now you need to go to material catalog. In the material catalog, you need to add all the material that you commonly use in interior work. This way, when you create a RFQ or a purchase order, the system will automatically suggest the relevant materials during the process. And even you can import the existing materials. For that, you need to go to import sample, click on category, select the required category. Now you can import the existing items as well. So now we are done with all the settings. Now go to procurement in orders. Now click on create order. Select the required project. Now select type as purchase order and select one vendor, then click next. Give it a name. Now you need to select the delivery date, then shipping address. The shipping address is coming from the location added in the project. So always add location, otherwise you need to add this location manually later on. Now select the payment plan and terms and condition. Next. Now you need to add the items one by one. System is suggesting you few materials. This material suggestion is coming from the material catalog. Now I'm selecting this item. Now I'm adding favicol. If you want to add an image, you can do that as well. After adding all the items, you need to mention the quantity. And if you want to import the item from the existing quotation, you can do that. And if you have an attachment, you can add that here. AI will read that info and add items according to that. After adding all the items, check the preview from here, how your PO is looking. And if you want to make any changes, you can do that from here. Later on, just simply click on create button. Now you can see that your purchase order is showing in draft. Whenever you will raise a purchase order, your procurement head or admin or whoever have the permission of approval for purchase order will get a notification. Let me show you that. If I'm refreshing my screen, here you can see that I'm getting a notification here like this. A new purchase order title wooden PO has been created. Please review it for approval or rejection. Now, after seeing this notification, the procurement head can check the draft. They will check the purchase order, and if they want to make any changes, they can edit that PO as well. And for example, if I want to change the expected delivery date, um, and after making the changes, just save it, and later on you can approve this. That's it. Now you can see that your purchase order has been raised. If you click on this purchase order, here you can see that your order status is created. And if you want to download this purchase order, just simply click on this download icon. You can download this PDF and you can share this directly. And if you want to add any comment for your vendor, then simply type at the rate, select the vendor, and you can message. Okay, so your vendor will get the notification and they can check this message. So that's how you can create purchase order independently. Let's suppose that you do not have the permission of procurement section, but still you want to check material request for a specific project. So as a site supervisor, you simply need to go to the project. For example, this my project is green leaf. So I will go to this project, and here I have a separate section named as procurement. I need to click on this, and here I can see all the raised material request, RFQ orders, and delivery accepted. So that's how I can access procurement section from project as well. As mentioned earlier, you need to add location in this project to appear in the shipping address. To add a location in the project, you need to go to basic details, then go to location, and from here you can add location. Then only system will suggest location in the shipping address. So that's all about purchase order. Hello everyone. In the previous video we discussed about how we can raise purchase order from an RFQ or independently. In this video, we will discuss about how we can manage the delivery. So, after raising the PO, your vendor will get the notification on their WhatsApp as well as on their email for the confirmation. If your vendor confirm this particular purchase order, the status is will change from order created to order accepted. Now suppose that if your vendor is not that track friendly, so you can change that order on behalf of him. For every action, audit will generate here. After Accepting this order, your purchase order will reflect in the acceptance stage. Now, if a supervisor want to add entries what item he is receiving in the warehouse, then he simply will click on that particular purchase order, then mention the then he can mention the quantities and click on accept. Add the remark and click on done. Now this particular purchase order will reflect in the partial state. If you're receiving items again click on that particular purchase order to mention the quantity. Click on order completed, accept it, add remark, and make it as done. Now your particular purchase order will reflect in the acceptance stage. All the deliveries entry will also show in the inventory stock in. So if you go to inventory section, here in the delivery stock in, you can see all the entries. If inventory manager want to record these entries, then they simply need to click on this three dot option, then click on record deliveries. Now accept the stock, select the warehouse in which you want to add these items, select the default category. Now next. Now here you can see that system is showing these items with plus button. System is showing these items with the plus button because these items are not available in your material catalog, so you need to add these items. Okay, so I'm changing the name and now just confirm the stock. That's it. Now you can see that your entry is recorded and now all the items are added in Greenleaf project. If you want to see the GRN, you can see that and even you can export these items in Excel as well. So that's how you can take control of entire procurement cycle from raising a material request to comparing vendor quotation, generating purchase orders and tracking deliveries seamlessly. If you are still managing procurement across multiple tools, it's time to simplify and bring everything into one streamlined workflow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.